Well, hello, Saginaw Rose. I assume that Rose might be a name in there somewhere. Um, I like to do videos because one, I know how to do videos, and two, you probably say more in a video than I can say, sitting there typing. Um, you can see my background here. I did cover up the spider, that one, because I didn't want you to be freaked out. But some of my bugs, uh, I started out years ago. After I got out of the army, I worked for NATO at a NATO missile base, doing all kinds of things. When I got out, I went back to Ohio State. I was going to be either a zoo director or a museum director, something like that. And I did all the ologies, zoology, mammalogy, uh, insectology, conchology, botany. Uh, I like a lot of different things. So I discovered this thing that I do now. It's called heritage interpretation, which is what park naturalists do or guides and museums do. Except I plan what they do, plan the exhibits and train the guides, and I've been doing this for about 40 years now. So, and I plan on keep doing it for a while. As you can see from my wall, I like lots of things. I even have some nice, a lot of nice Indian art, and I collect things from all over. So, I just wanted to say hi with the video. That way, you get to see a voice and you get to see a person. This is a football Saturday, so uh, usually on a football Saturday, I watch football until there's no more, which will happen after next Saturday, the big Michigan Ohio State game. Uh, Other than that, I work on projects all over. Last year I was working in Saudi Arabia, which is kind of cool because we planned a lot of things there. We were up in the northern part, up by Petra. You probably heard of Petra, from Indiana Jones fame. Uh, so we planned and looked at archaeological sites, uh, historic sites, did the Spice Trail, which went from Petra all the way down to the ports. Uh, did the planning for the Lawrence of Arabia experience. Lawrence of Arabia, you probably knew, blew up trains and helped the Arabs fight the Turks. And a lot of the trains they blew up are still there because they're blown up. They didn't have any use for them. So we can take people there, and we're planning to redo the railroad experience. I did a volcano tour. Saudi Arabia has lots of volcanoes. Most of them aren't doing anything. Uh, and on top of some of the mountains, there are all these Neolithic villages that go back 10,000, 10,000, 15,000 years or so. So we had a helicopter, so we were landing on some of these sites, some of which still had burial bundles in the center of these stone circles, which was interesting. These sites are very hard to get to. So I did that last year. This year I'm working on the 9 Mile Canyon project, which is more Indian petroglyphs and rock art. There's photographs of some of those places that I work in my pictures for my profile. Um, I've had a lot of hits from a lot of people about my profile. I think it scares a lot of people away based on the things that I do and that I don't just want to do a bicycle ride around town. I don't want to sit on a veranda and sip lemonade and watch time go by. I try to keep busier than that. And they said they like my vacation pictures that I have posted on my profile. And I wrote back, said those aren't vacation pictures. There's no wife and kids in the pictures. Those are pictures of me at work in the various countries and working on the various projects that I've done, from mountain arboretums in Korea to underwater parks in South Haven, things like that. So those aren't vacation pictures. It's just me at work, and I, get a photograph to post on my website. And what I got going now is, of course, 9 Mile Canyon. We have proposals in for an Air Force Museum and a nature center in Texas. Also a railroad museum in Colorado, and I have proposals in with some architects in India to do help them with exhibit planning for 2 museums in India, which would be pretty interesting. Other than that, I don't think my life is boring. I do a lot of things besides those. I teach 43 different courses online in Heritage, from master planning to feasibility studies to exhibit design. And I have students from all over the world send me their homework, and I grade it, and I send it back to them. I also publish a magazine called Interp News, which goes to 300,000 people in 60 countries. That comes out 6 times a year. So I'm always getting articles coming in for me to post on the put in the magazine. So that keeps me going. So can't think of a lot of other things. I don't want to scare you too much, but that's a little bit more about what I do. I taught at Ohio State University, and I taught at Michigan State University. And in between, I worked for Alberta Provincial Parks and did master planning for some World Heritage sites. So that was kind of fun. Teaching was kind of fun, but it got very redacted and boring. So I found out that consultants made more money than professors. So here I am. Wrote a few books. There's one on planning. A new book on training people. So I have quite a few books, and I use the books in my training courses. And of course, a lot of universities that teach heritage interpretation uses my textbooks as well. So, other than that, I lost my wife of 33 years a while back. I think I told you in our little lengthy chat that my daughter signed me up for the R Time, which absolutely drives me crazy because it keeps sending out flirts and messages to people I don't want flirts and messages. It even sent out flirts to a couple of gay guys. Apparently there's gay guys that are posted in the women's, man looking for a woman. Well, there's some gay guys posted there, so the crazy computer sent flirts to a couple of gay guys, and I assume they're nice people, but I emailed them back that I really wasn't interested, that I'm not gay. So, other than that, I'm trying to deal with our time, and once that subscription expires, I'm done with that. But I don't go to bars, things like that to meet anybody. It's more like I met my wife 34 years ago working at a pet store, and things happened. So that's it for me. Again, I covered up the spider because I didn't want you to see that. But my house is kind of like a museum. I got lots of stuff from all over. Just got this. This is a Shiva stone from India. And we just did an article about Shiva stones and their religious connotations in the last issue of my magazine. I also teach and taught Army Rangers. And some of the things we do is talk about food, like this is our jungle trail mix, which has diving beetle, water scorpion, and Asian forest scorpions in it. And it's not too bad. It's no artificial colors. It is dehydrated, not fried, and there's no MSG. So if you can eat a bug with no MSG, then you're doing good. Here's another one. These aren't bad. These are sago worms. When we were in Brazil, they'd find coconut worms. In other words, an insect lays its egg on a green coconut and burrows into the coconut, and most of its life, the larva eats the coconut. And so when coconuts get harvested, if they find a worm in it, it's a real delicacy because even though it's a worm, It's kind of like eating a Mounds bar without the chocolate. In other words, the worm tastes like coconut. So I've had experiences with those. So yes, I do a lot of weird things. I'm kind of not the typical guy that gets posted on these dating sites, and I really don't like doing a lot of that. I don't play golf. I think golf is too much like hitting a ball and going trying to find it. So I don't do that. Uh, I don't do kayaking unless it's whitewater kayaking somewhere, which is a little more interesting. Uh, but I like hiking. I like being out climbing through the canyons. I like being out in the forests. I like being at historic sites, things like that. So that's some of the stuff I like to do. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't support you and things you like to do. I think we all like to do things, and nobody should tell you not to do something you like to do. So other than that, I said my daughters put me up to this. They paid the money and got me signed up and sat me down. And like I said, I've had a lot of flirts and hits by people that I would never want to do anything with. I'm sure they're very nice people, but just not within within the range of things that I like to do. So I really enjoyed our conversation. That was one of the longest conversations I've had with anybody on this site for a long, long time. Uh, so I found you really to be quite interesting, and I'm sure you're quite nice, which is why I did this video for you, because you can decide if I'm weird or not. Uh, my daughters say that I'm 70% Indiana Jones and 30% father knows best. So that's my daughter's dog that she brought here with her when she moved back from Colorado. And there's a cat here somewhere. And that's what daddies do. Yeah, you can come home and bring your dog. All right. Well, anyways, that's a little bit about me. My name is John. If you visited my website, I'm president of John Vaverka and Associates. We do interpretive planning and training and stuff worldwide. I've been doing that for a really very long time. So I'm John. Uh, I don't know if your name is Saginaw or Rose. You, you can let me know which one you are. So other than that, today is football day, so I'll watch football, make my sushi. Uh, got some craft beers. Janelle's going off sword fighting. In your email, I'll send you a picture of her so you can see what I got to put up with. Of course, she says the same about putting up with me. Uh, so that's about it. I'll finish up this little introductory "Hi, my name is John" video, and send you the link on an email, and come see, come saw. We'll see what happens. Have a good one, Saginaw Rose.